Biggie just shared something deeply personal with me. The two of us have a connection. I'm always looking on this thing, Facebook. And
Facebook?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
It's this thing, and I don't know, it's a marketplace of ideas, and you share, deep
Yeah. Some say it may be becoming quite popular.
Oh, yes.
One day, maybe.
One of these days. And I keep watching these videos. I've mentioned this to you many times where kids and teens will say, hey, I'm here in 1985. You want to come join me for a few minutes? And I do. And they go through the mall or a pizza parlor or an old Subway restaurant, and they're out playing in the summer. And then at the end, I'm so nostalgic, and some great old 80s song is playing in the background. And they're all these kids, And then at the end, one of them will say, oh, gosh, is it time for you to go back to 2025? Don't you want to stay? And then the video ends, and you're like, yes, I do.
Take me back.
Is your nose grease pressed up against the screen? Take me with you.
And you broke it to me the first time I talked about this, that these are not actors. This is not being done in some faraway mystic land, but it's AI generated.
Those people never lived. Those scenes aren't real.
They're not in the 80s. They're not even here.
Mm-mm.
Well, Biggie says that his algorithm has now taken him back to the 90s, and he gets the same feel.
Yeah.
No.
Well, because it's like, for me, I would have been 12.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your perfect night in 1995, and it shows like Blockbuster Video, Pizza Hut, TGIF shows
TV,
on TVs, Nintendo, and I'm like, yes.
Listen, they've got me in the 90s, too. I've done that one, too. I've taken a trip back to 1996 and 85, and even as far back as like 78. They're like, oh, we're at the record store in 1978, and we're looking through records.
Yeah.
Take me with you, hippies.
Oh, yes.
And one of them had like a pair of Air Jordans in there.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, please take me back.
Do you have to go?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And then Biggie reminded me, yesterday we were talking about Dick Van Dyke, who turns 100 next month.
On the Today Show for an interview.
He was on yesterday with Al Roker, and he was talking about the things that have helped him live to be 100. Exercise, good diet, always staying busy. And he said, always keeping a positive outlook on life, never letting negative things, try not to let the negative infiltrate too much. And then one other thing he said was, never live in the past.
Ooh.
Oh, that's weird.
Ouch.
That stings.
Sorry, Dick Van Dyke. I mean, you're a treasure and all, but I can up yours.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to end the interview.
Wait a minute. For 30 years on the show, you've done nothing but slurp and
Van
glaze
Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, and now he
I
comes for you, and you're like, kick rocks?
Sorry, Dick Van Dyke.
Always
Pound
look
sand.
forward. Never look back.
I mean, I love the guy, and he's 100 and all, but that's just wrong.
No.
How can you say something like that? Man, and Biggie's right. Yes, I'm like, I've got that screen is so close to my face. I'm like, please.
Oh, when they're done, you are just screaming at your phone. You're like, it was better.
I wish it was real. I want to go to there.
They're so good that on a Friday night, if I've had a gummy or two, I think I am.
Oh, it'll take you right back to it.
I mean, you realize when the video ends,
Siri,
you're like,
put it up on the big screen. The screen mirror to the 100-incher.
Yes. And when the video ends, you're just like, oh, no.
No.
Because there you are.
Staring at your dog with the sock hanging out of his mouth.
Exactly.
And then you're holding a phone, staring at it.
Yep.
Oh.
And you're like, oh.
And your wife is slumped over her white wine glass.
That's right. That's right.
Your kid's asking you for money.
Yes. Now, speaking of going back, I mentioned that Chris Demm, this is a story really for him. And he came up with an old photo. Can we post it online? We should.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and post it.
It's from the early 90s, and Chris Demm's rollerblading. And this story has to do with rollerblading. And the guy who's rollerblading today in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida.
Still?
Yeah, he's rollerblading.
Still blading.
Is that a thing anymore that young people
I just don't see it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, maybe if we lived in, I don't know, Malibu, Venice Beach, maybe people still do it there.
Well, this guy's on a beach in Florida. So he's rollerblading up and down the roads and shirtless and enjoying life. That's what Chris Demm used to do, man.
Done.
He'd go to play.
Mostly the Outer Banks because it's nice and flat.
Yeah, and he'd rollerblade up and down there.
But sometimes here, I think I've told you, my best experience ever was with two of our former coworkers. And they were building a new movie theater. It was going to be the cutting-edge movie theater for our time in our city.
Yes.
And it was one of those, I think they had 12 14, 16 theaters. And before they put the seats in, it's just slanted concrete.
Yeah.
So we would skate through the auditoriums.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Now they're tearing it down. It's covered in graffiti and they're knocking it down.
What? When did that theater?
It's been closed, man.
About 15 years ago.
That's my theater over on Coger Boulevard.
Yeah,
That's gone, man.
That's my theater.
Or they're by Goosby's.
What, is Gooseby still open? Goosby's?
No, man, that's Carmax.
That's a good seafood restaurant.
No, not Carmax. What's the one with the vending machine?
Carvana. Mm-hmm.
That's where I used to get a succulent seafood meal.
Yeah, all that's done. Graffitied on.
When did they close Goosby's?
I don't think it ever got open.
Yeah. It doesn't ring a bell. I mean, I know it's been a bunch of seafood restaurants.
Yeah.
Which is weird that it kept being seafood.
What?
I'm going to make this one work. What's it going to be? A seafood restaurant.
What are you going to call it? Jinxed.
Yeah. 20 years ago, I came out of that theater one time. We saw the last movie, a buddy and we walk out and there's no one in the theater, like no one working, it seems. I was like, did they just lock the place up knowing we'd eventually leave? And we even yelled hello.
Yeah.
And no one. I was like, we can steal all the candy we want, do what we want.
Yeah.
Joking. We left. We walk out and from above us on the roof, we hear, "You guys done?" And we smelled the pot.
The smoking marijuana on the roof.
Yeah, the two guys left in the theater working had gone on
Can
the
we
roof.
lock up?
No, that's what I was like. Movie done? You guys done? What? We look up. We're like, where is that coming from? There's two faces peering over the edge.
On the roof.
Yeah.
The roof.
Marijuana.
This was 20 years ago with that crack crew, so I'm not surprised.
And I've been by that theater recently from the road, I can see, from the highway.
Uh-huh.
And I see the graffiti, but I thought that was like artistic. Like that. This is
like what they're trying to do around.
Yeah, like
It's
the
not
avant-garde.
street art.
Oh, I thought it was like street art, avant-garde. This is a theater.
I'll give you that because at least where we live, you can't ever tell anymore.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're like, that's graffiti. They're like, no, that's a mural. You're like, is it?
Thank you. Actually, interesting story. That is a great segue into this story. Where did it happen? It was in I want to say Taiwan. There's a museum there, and the museum had a piece. It's a dirty mirror that's supposed to be reflective of man and what we've become. That was the art piece of it. But one of the custodians wiped it down.
Oh, come on.
No, it's true. Yeah. I'm reading it now. A Taiwanese museum volunteer accidentally destroyed an artwork by cleaning it, mistaking it for a simple dirty mirror in the museum. The piece was called Inverted Syntax 16, a dust-covered mirror on a wooden board, with accumulated dust being an integral part of the art piece. Mirroring representing the distorted self-awareness of the middle class in today's society.
Boom.
But then the volunteer, just cleaned it all.
This mirror's dirty.
The Keeling Museum of Art apologized to the artist because their volunteer did not know.
Now it's garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. He said it took a lot of elbow grease to get all that dust off of there. And the damage is irreparable. I mean, it's like a clean, it's just a mirror now. Because the guy had made it dirty like that. But it wasn't.
Back to the rollerblader.
Yes, he's in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. A shirtless guy rollerblading saw a Lamborghini parked in a driveway. And he's just like Chris Demm. He's a shirtless rollerblading car buff. Which is exactly how Chris Demm described himself.
Yeah, if I was on the apps, that's what I'd say.
I'm a shirtless rollerblading car buff.
And I feel like what you're about to hear is exactly what would happen if Chris Demm tried to rollerblade today.
Okay. He rollerblades up to the car, spins around it a couple of times. He's like, I got to talk to the owner about this. So he goes up to the owner's door and
on his skates
and rings the doorbell. Unfortunately, he loses his balance. That's the fall.
How you doing? I'm sorry. You good? No, I was going to talk to you about cars. Yeah. Could you do me a favor? Yeah. Could you call my wife? Yeah, man. You having like a heat stroke? No, I slipped and twisted my knee. Oh, Jesus. I saw you moved in with your Lambo. Yeah. Yeah.
Knock, 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 knock.
That's what he did. What he did.
Can you call my wife?
You having a sunstroke?
You got a wife?
You got a heat stroke going?
Oh, and you can only imagine his wife. Down here at the neighbors. I fell on my rollerblades. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing.
I'm over here on Bayside. Remember the guy with the Lambo?
Yeah, I finally talked
I'm
to
on
him.
his porch. I can't move.
I finally got the balls to go up and talk to him about his Lambo, and I've severely embarrassed myself.
That's embarrassing.
It's the
That's
worst.
an embarrassing moment.
You sure you don't want me to call your husband? You are rollerblading.
You are shirtless. You are rollerblading. Call my wife. Wife?
What?
Wife?
I mean, look, I don't judge, but wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the guy taken care of.
Yeah.
But he was drawn in by the Lamborghini, you know. He wanted to see it.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk. And did you hear him? He was like, I wanted to talk cars with you.
You want
Yeah.
to talk cars?
Not right now. No,
I don't think I could ever rollerblade again or show my face to that guy ever again.
That's embarrassing. If he lives in that
like if I
neighborhood.
saw him driving towards me in the Lamborghini, I'd turn off.
Well, you know, if the Lambo guy wanted to be cool, once the guy's, got his leg casted or the surgery is over,
Yeah.
drive over and say, hey, man, you want to look at my car?
Yeah, let's take a ride.
Tell me where you live. I'll drive over.
When you're able to drive a vehicle again, I'll let you drive the Lamborghini. This is embarrassing also. A woman named Cynthia Starch went viral on TikTok claiming that her tampon triggered a TSA body scanner alarm at the airport where she was flying. She said that when she went through the scan, she saw a red box over her genital area. And she then immediately went on to her TikTok and said, look, we're adults here. Yeah, it's my time of the month.
So I went through security through TSA, and it starts beeping. Looked at the graph, big red box right on my crotch, and it was not my pants. I asked them, I'm like, did you pick up my tampon? Like, seriously? And they're like, oh, no. It's just, it detects extra layers. Like, why are you lying about it? Like, that's such a weird thing to lie about. Like, why don't you just tell me that, yeah, we found your tampon? They were getting all, like, hush-hushy about it. Like, I shouldn't even suggest something like that. It's like, it's life. Who cares?
It's life. I'm on my period. Fine. And is that true that when a tampon,
Well, none of us in this room will ever know for
No.
sure. But women are going through airports right now as we speak, and I don't think they're setting off the alarm.
Well, I don't think it was an alarm. I think she just got a look at the fact that when her, like the X-ray looking photo of herself came up, there was a red box over.
I don't usually even see mine.
I don't either.
Your outline.
I think it's rare when you do. Maybe she just, I pictured it as she caught a glimpse of it and thought, why is there a red box over my genitals? Asked about it, and they said, oh, you're double layered. And she said, no.
Maybe our TSA guy, your connection, can give us some intel.
I have a connection with TSA. I do.
Yeah, although I do
What's his name?
I don't know. I'm not going to share
that with you.
that with you. It's private. But when I was traveling as Rube in the city through New York, as
Yes.
soon as I walked in the airport door, he raced over to me and said, let me.
Come on.
I got this one.
Come on now.
Have a seat in this little chair. We'll get you right to your gate, sir.
That's right. That's right.
I do know the times I've gone through the body scanner since those have been a thing.
Where you put your hands up over your head?
Yeah. Each time I have been stopped and pulled aside because they're like, seems like there's a little something extra in your middle area. I'm like, it's my stomach, bro. I'm fat. And they'd be like, we have to just wand you just in case. And I'm like, all right, go at it.
One time it happened to me.
Yeah.
I'd say within the last 5 years, I'd empty my pockets, but I'd left my chapstick.
Yes.
I mean, just a tube of chapstick, but I guess, they could think, here it is.
Yeah.
It could be a weapon. It could be a bullet.
Yeah, you never know.
It's bullet sized. And I guess they just see the shape and thought, what else is in your pocket, son?
Why would a red square appear over that area?
Maybe that just means give it a double look. I don't know.
That's what they're saying. Like it's double, like there's an extra layer there. But when there's a red square, maybe they just then assume for a woman, okay, it's a tampon. But
Couldn't tell you.
then again, if a woman wanted to smuggle something in,
Right up the hoo-ha.
up the hoo-ha would be the spot to do it.
Where's the bomb? You tell me.
And a TSA agent may be too embarrassed to
It's
say
a ticking
there's
Tampax.
something on your hoo-ha. Anonymous, you're talking about body scans at the airport. Go ahead.
Okay, so I work as a screener at an airport that will go unnamed. But yeah, the way those machines work is they measure the density of different materials. So certain prohibited items can show up as other, innocuous items. So a 10-page book is the same density as a small sheet of C4.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So when it's highlighting things like that on people's body, it's measuring, hey, this is similar to, a small tube of drugs or whatever. And those, the red box that she's talking about, that's function on that machine. That's what it's meant to highlight, possible drugs.
Okay.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong. These machines aren't X-ray machines. I mean, they don't look inside the human body, do they?
Yeah, it's a form of it's not an X-ray like you would do at like a doctor's office. This is like what they call an electromagnetic, kind of like an MRI.
Okay.
On like a much smaller scale. You can't diagnose anything with them, but yeah, you can see through. Like you can see, general shape of people's genitalia and.
Oh, really?
So would you see a tampon if it was inside a female?
Yeah, you would see there was something there. Depending on the machine, there's not enough clarity to really tell what it is. You just see a small rectangular mass that's there. And so that would, hey, what is this? Because that's not true. Generally speaking, there's not that kind of mass there in a.
Right. So if women go through airports all the time with tampons, I'm assuming. So would you pull everyone aside and say, hey, is there something,
Is Aunt Flo in town?
Yeah, right. You don't say that, dude.
Or do you just have a real dense vag? Pick one.
Well, generally, yeah, it's easy to tell. You can say, hey, ma'am, you be discreet about it. You pull them to the side. And normally, if staffing permits, it would be a female screener that would address it, not a male screener. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But,
yeah. Okay.
I bet you could tell by her attitude. What am I being pulled to the side for? Well, you're good. We know. We
Enjoy
get
your
it.
flight, man.
Thumbs up.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Great info.
That really tells us a lot.
Extra screening. You're good. Never mind. We know.
Okay. There you have it. That's right.
Now your poor wife had to. Had an
Oh,
incident in an airport involving
God.
tampons, but they were packed in her luggage.
man, that was one of
The great tampon explosion.
Oh man,
They use that in TSA training.
yeah, they probably show that video.
That grainy security video.
Yep.
As you can see, the luggage is overly packed.
She blames me to this day, but I wasn't there. I wasn't pegged.
You blame her. I love it because you blame her because she wasn't packed.
She wasn't packed in time. I had to race home right after this show. We were racing to the airport to Charlotte.
Catch a flight to catch a boat.
Catching a flight to Miami to catch a Disney cruise out of there. I mean, it was so precise. I had to leave right 2 minutes after the show ended to get us there on time.
I remember the day.
And I was packed and ready. Now, I'm a good packer. I'm a light packer, and I'm ready to go. All I had to do was load my bag into the car. And I get home, and it's like chaos there. The children were young. And she's shoving all her stuff into different bags. I said, we got to go in 5 minutes. And she just takes everything and shoves it into one big bag and pushes it closed. So we get to the airport. It's as busy as I've ever seen an airport. In Charlotte, Memorial Day weekend. I mean, it was incredibly busy. And we get up there, and I was new to it, and we had to weigh the bags. First time I've ever weighed the bags. Never weighed the bags.
Well, every time you put it up there, they weigh it.
Well, I had never been I guess they
You
do.
were always underweight.
Yes. And so all the bags were well underweight, but my wife's bag was 10 pounds overweight. And she's like, pay the $100. Because I said, this bag's going to cost an extra $100. I said, I'm not paying $100 for that. We'll just move some of your stuff to a different bag. She said, no, pay the $100. Pay the $100. And that's when I said no, and I put that bag on the airport floor.
Excuse us.
Unzipped it, and that's when it happened.
Bam!
Tampons just burst into because the tension
Like
on
a gender reveal.
Yes. All those tampons went flying out onto the airport floor, and my son finally looked up from his video screen, whatever he was playing at the moment, and said, oh, gross, Mom, you're on your period. And that right there, boy, that sent it over the edge, man. And I said, well, take all these tampons and shuffle them over to my bag, and then because I did not want to pay the extra $100.
Mm-hmm.
She blamed me. She
blamed you,
Yeah.
you blame her, and the cycle continues.
It was Do you
think you'll ever get your son a shirt that reads, gross mom, are you on your period?
Oh, you should.
For Christmas?
Can you do that? Can you actually do
Oh, you can get anything you want. Yeah.
That would be a good one, but I mean, could he ever wear that really in public? I don't know.
I bet he would.
He might. Gross, Mom, you on your period?
He's due home soon, isn't he?
Oh, yes. A joyous occasion. Comes to us on Tuesday, I believe,
Okay.
for Thanksgiving.